Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers for the week of April 21 to 25 reveal that Carly Spencer will make a vow to Sonny Corinthos, while Josslyn Jax quietly prepares a bold move behind the scenes. Jen Sidwell will also bring someone new on board, so here's what fans can expect. After Sonny confides in Carly, she'll likely have the opportunity to respond to his heart condition and the surgery that lies ahead. Carly may pledge to be there for Sonny in any way she can, especially since she's set to become a major source of strength for him in the coming episodes. That said, Carly won't be without problems of her own, as she remains concerned about the ongoing drama involving Willow Corinthos and Drew Kane. Jack Brennan recently warned that Drew might push things too far and make a critical error in his quest to be the hero. The guardianship documents Drew encouraged Willow to sign could ultimately backfire, particularly if Brennan's prediction proves accurate. Even so, Drew will keep pushing forward and might be paving the way for his own downfall with his overconfident approach. It's becoming evident that Drew believes he can sidestep consequences, but his questionable choices could lead to serious complications down the road. Meanwhile, Jordan Ashford appears set to be Sidwell's new hire. It looks like Jordan will accept the job offer after pulling off a ruse that includes getting dismissed by Laura Collins as part of their ongoing plan. As for Josslyn, she may need to take a cunning approach if she wants to edge out Emma Scorpio Drake for the role of Professor Henry Dalton's top pick. Landing the research assistant role is key to Josslyn's WSB assignment, but Emma certainly won't be happy if Joss outmaneuvers her and wins Professor Dalton's favor. There's something unsettling about Professor Dalton's vibe, so Josslyn might find herself in an uncomfortable position if his interest extends beyond her academic skills. On another front, Trina Robinson has been uneasy about Kai Taylor's upcoming procedure, but she'll seemingly push past those fears and focus on their deepening connection. Trina and Kai are set to share some intense romantic moments before the month wraps up, so expect their chemistry to really take off. GH fans know Alexis Davis has made her choice when it comes to shielding Christina Corinthos Davis, but will Christina eventually discover that her mother's been secretly covering Ava Jerome's blackmail demands? Although Alexis is committed to hiding the truth about Christina's car tampering incident, she may come to regret it, especially if Christina spirals again. Rick Lansing has expressed concern that Christina could lash out at Eva once more, so that remains a valid worry. Elsewhere, Jason Morgan and Sasha Gilmore Corbin will need to resolve a disagreement. Sasha's $250,000 arrangement with Sidwell could stir up some tension with Jason, though hopefully the friction won't last long. General Hospital spoilers say the week of April 21 to 25 will bring major twists, emotional moments, and explosive encounters. General Hospital reveals that Jen Sidwell will make a compelling offer, while Diane Miller's plan to terminate Marco Rios hits an unexpected snag. Curtis Ashford will also experience some warning signs, setting the stage for drama unfolding across Port Charles. To start, Jordan Ashford will raise red flags for Curtis, possibly leaving him worried about her well-being. Though Jordan is determined to play her role and convince others that she's no longer aligned with Laura Collins, Curtis may sense she's venturing into dangerous territory with Sidwell. Jordan will deliver some strong statements to Anna Devane and continue pushing forward with her calculated plan to get dismissed for insubordination later this week. It's all part of the strategic operation Jordan and Laura have orchestrated, but without caution, the whole thing could backfire. Over at Elizabeth Baldwin's home, Lucky Spencer will step in to take over from Amy Driscoll as Liz's recovery companion. Expect a mix of lighthearted and touching moments in Wednesday's episode, as Elizabeth is likely to be genuinely touched by Lucky's heartfelt gesture. At Sonny Corinthos' residence, he'll take Marco by surprise by revealing to Diane that Sidwell is actually his father. Diane will initially insist that Marco should be let go immediately, but Sonny may have another angle in mind. Rather than cutting Marco loose, Sonny might feel it's wiser to keep him close, especially if that means keeping tabs on any potential trouble. Having Marco remain at the law office could be the easiest way to do that. As Sonny and Diane go over their options regarding Marco, he could soon find himself answering to Jason questions for someone at the firm, and Marco might be the one on the receiving end of this intense exchange. Meanwhile, Lucas Jones will walk in on some tension, which might involve catching Marco mid-interrogation with Jason. Elsewhere, Sidwell will seek out Tracy Quartermaine and present her with a rather persuasive proposition. He'll urge Tracy to recognize the similarities between them and suggest that a real alliance could benefit them both. Although Sidwell has shown he can be a complex figure, Tracy will at least be intrigued by his latest approach and effort to gain her trust. Tracy has every reason to be cautious when it comes to business dealings with Sidwell, but he'll do his best to present a more convincing side of himself. In the meantime, Drew Kane will be focusing on a covert plan of his own and stirring things up once again in Port Charles. As Drew shifts his approach in Wednesday's episode, he'll share some bold predictions, ones that are sure to shake things up. The corporate landscape surrounding General Hospital is undergoing a dramatic transformation with the unexpected emergence of Sidwell Enterprises, a shadowy and ambitious conglomerate spearheaded by the enigmatic Jasper Jack's former business associate, Theodore Ted Sidwell. Sidwell's entry into the Port Charles scene has been marked by strategic acquisitions and a calculated approach, suggesting a larger, more ambitious plan at play. Wednesday's episode saw Sidwell presenting a compelling, albeit tempting, proposition to the General Hospital Board. The specifics of the proposal remain shrouded in corporate confidentiality, but sources close to the hospital suggest that Sidwell is offering a substantial investment in exchange for a controlling stake in the institution. This potential infusion of capital could revitalize the hospital's infrastructure, attract top medical talent, and expand its services to better serve the community. However, the offer is not without its inherent risks. Granting Sidwell Enterprises a controlling interest could fundamentally alter the hospital's mission and values. Concerns are rising about the potential for prioritizing profit over patient care, potentially leading to cuts in essential services and a shift away from the hospital's long-standing commitment to community health. The board is now facing a critical juncture, weighing the potential benefits of Sidwell's investment against the potential for compromising the hospital's integrity. Dr. Monica Quartermaine, the hospital's chief of staff, has expressed her reservations about the offer, emphasizing the importance of preserving the hospital's legacy and its dedication to providing quality care to all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome, having recently secured a position on the board, is rumored to be carefully evaluating the proposal. Her motivations are complex, and her vote could prove to be pivotal. Ava, known for her shrewd business acumen and her own history of controversial decisions, may see Sidwell's offer as an opportunity to advance her own agenda within the hospital's hierarchy. Her previous dealings with Valentin Cassadine and other powerful figures suggest she is adept at navigating complex power dynamics, and her eventual decision will likely be driven by a careful calculation of personal gain. The situation has created a tense atmosphere within General Hospital, as staff members grapple with uncertainty about the future. The promise of investment offers a glimmer of hope amidst ongoing financial challenges, but the potential for a corporate takeover has sparked anxieties about job security and the hospital's overall direction. The board's deliberations are expected to be lengthy and contentious, with the ultimate outcome likely to have profound and lasting consequences for the entire Port Charles community. Diane Miller, the legal powerhouse renowned for her strategic brilliance and unwavering dedication to her clients, found herself facing an unexpected setback as her carefully constructed plan to navigate the termination process for an unnamed client began to unravel. The specifics of the case remain confidential, but sources close to the firm suggest it involves a high-profile individual facing serious accusations of misconduct. Diane had meticulously prepared a multifaceted defense strategy, anticipating every possible legal challenge and leveraging her extensive network of contacts within the legal system. However, unforeseen complications arose, throwing her carefully laid plans into disarray. A key witness recanted their testimony, and new evidence emerged that contradicted her client's alibi. The details of this evidence remain sealed, but it has been suggested it concerns a previously unknown communication between the defendant and another party. The implications of this new evidence could be devastating, potentially undermining the entire defense strategy and leading to a conviction. Diane, known for her unflappable demeanor and ability to think on her feet, was visibly frustrated by this unexpected turn of events. She immediately convened a meeting with her legal team to assess the damage and explore alternative strategies. Options under consideration include seeking a plea bargain, attempting to suppress the new evidence, or launching a counter-investigation to discredit the witness who recanted their testimony. The situation has placed Diane under immense pressure, as her reputation as one of the city's top lawyers is on the line. A loss in this high-profile case could tarnish her image and jeopardize her future career prospects. She is reportedly working around the clock, poring over legal documents and strategizing with her team to find a way to salvage the case. Sources within the legal community speculate that Diane may be forced to make a difficult decision: either continue to fight the case and risk a humiliating defeat, or negotiate a plea bargain that minimizes the damage to her client's reputation and legal standing. The choice will depend on a careful assessment of the risks and potential rewards, as well as a thorough understanding of the judge's perspective and the prevailing legal climate. Regardless of the ultimate outcome, Diane's unexpected setback serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the legal system and the challenges faced by even the most skilled and experienced attorneys. The unraveling of her termination plan underscores the importance of adaptability, resilience, and the ability to think creatively under pressure. **** Curtis alarms bells. Unraveling secrets and unveiling hidden agendas. *** Curtis Ashford, the former private investigator turned dedicated club owner, is grappling with a growing sense of unease as he uncovers inconsistencies and hidden agendas within his inner circle. Known for his keen observational skills and his unwavering commitment to justice, Curtis has always possessed a strong intuition, and his instincts are now telling him that something is amiss. His suspicions began with subtle discrepancies in conversations and behaviors of those close to him. He noted evasive responses, veiled glances, and a general sense of secrecy that was uncharacteristic of his usually transparent relationships. These subtle clues, taken together, painted a picture of hidden agendas and simmering resentments. Specifically, Curtis has focused his attention on his complicated romantic history. His feelings for his ex-wife, Jordan Ashford, remain unresolved. Meanwhile, Portia Robinson has made it clear she is interested in building a life with Curtis. What will Curtis do? Adding to his concerns, Curtis has become increasingly aware of the complex dynamics surrounding the new club. Initial enthusiasm has faded into suspicion as new unknown people continue to appear. What are their intentions? Curtis has resolved to uncover the truth, no matter how painful it may be. He has quietly launched his own investigation, relying on his network of contacts and his expertise in gathering and analyzing information. He is meticulously piecing together the puzzle, determined to expose any hidden agendas and protect himself and his loved ones from potential harm. His investigation will inevitably lead him into dangerous territory, forcing him to confront powerful enemies and expose long-buried secrets. The quest for truth may also test his relationships with those closest to him, as he struggles to balance his personal feelings with his commitment to justice. As Curtis delves deeper into the shadows, he will be forced to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and the world around him. His journey will be fraught with peril, but his unwavering determination will ultimately lead him to uncover the secrets that have been hidden for far too long. The events unfolding in Port Charles are building towards a crescendo, with the fate of General Hospital, the future of Diane Miller's legal career, and the safety of Curtis Ashford all hanging in the balance. General Hospital spoilers say Drew's moves will spark even more twists in the days ahead. General Hospital reveals a flurry of activity in Port Charles. Nurse Amy Driscoll is still driving Elizabeth Baldwin up the wall. She wants to rest on the couch, but Amy keeps nudging her back toward bed. Lucky Spencer steps in and tells Amy he's got things covered, much to Liz's relief. Lucky gently suggests Amy is more needed at the hospital, but Amy insists on staying close until Liz is fully recovered. Lucas Jones drops by after Liz sends him a text, desperate for help dealing with Amy. She wants Lucas to convince Amy that she's doing fine and that her presence is more valuable. The message, and before Amy heads out, she wants to know who will take care of Liz. Lucky steps up and says he'll handle everything at home. General Hospital spoilers tease that Jen Sidwell pays a visit to the Q Mansion for a conversation with Tracy Quartermain. Tracy tells him she's only entertaining the conversation because of his involvement with deception. She makes it clear she'd prefer to cut ties with Jen's altogether. That's when Sidwell chimes in, suggesting she'd actually prefer to cut ties with Sonny Corinthos even more. Tracy agrees to hear him out, and Jens expresses serious concerns about the company's direction as long as Sonny remains a silent partner. He adds that he'd be far more comfortable with their collaboration if Sonny were no longer involved. Tracy, as the majority shareholder, has the authority to make that change. Tracy confesses she never supported Sonny's involvement with the company. Sidwell notes that the minority shareholders rely more on his resources than on Sonny, and suggests they can sway the others together. Still, Tracy argues that both men pose risks to deception and says she trusts neither of them. At City Hall, Laura Collins holds a press conference to discuss the potential location of the Esplanade. She mentions that she and Drew Kane are at odds about the best site for the project. Councilman Ezra Boyle repeatedly interrupts, siding with Drew. Laura pushes forward, emphasizing the importance of letting the citizens vote on the matter. Boyle highlights that the piers being considered are owned by Sonny Corinthos, a well-known local figure. He questions why those areas remain a hub for questionable activity when they could be transformed through this project. He then brings up Laura's personal ties, and she addresses the room, clarifying that while she and Sonny share a grandchild, the vote ensures transparency and prevents accusations of bias. Boyle turns to Deputy Mayor Jordan Ashford, who expresses respect for Laura but disagrees with her stance. In a surprising move, Jordan resigns from her post on the spot, citing Laura's ongoing connection to Sonny as her reason. Anna Devane tries to talk her down afterward, but doesn't succeed. Later, Curtis Ashford catches Laura and asks if she was aware of Jordan's resignation. Laura says no. Curtis apologizes for the press conference fallout, just as Drew steps in, pleased that Laura finally sees things his way. He speaks harshly about Sonny's money, suggesting that all of his contributions are tainted. Curtis and Anna have a sidebar, with Curtis questioning Jordan's sudden move. Her loyalty to Laura has never been a concern before. Anna thinks Jordan may have simply reached a breaking point. Meanwhile, Jordan delivers her resignation letter to Laura, before setting out to keep an eye on Sidwell's actions. While in her office, she receives a call from Jens. He mentions that her resignation is all over social media and that they need to have a conversation. Elsewhere, Drew and Boyle are thrilled about how the conference played out. Drew believes Laura's neutrality implies alignment with Sonny and suggests that Ezra should consider running against her in the next election. Meanwhile, Diane Miller arrives at Sonny's place with Marco Rios for an introduction. Jason Morgan answers the door, and after Marco is introduced, Sonny inquires why Marco doesn't use his father's last name, Sidwell. This catches Diane off guard, as she had no idea about the connection. Marco admits that Jens is his father and is then asked to step out. Diane, clearly rattled, apologizes for not uncovering that connection during her background check. Sonny and Jason both suspect that Sidwell orchestrated Marco's approach to get close to Diane's firm. Jason heads out to speak with Marco directly. Sonny, meanwhile, wants Diane to keep Macro close in order to monitor him discreetly. Sonny originally called Diane to discuss Laura's press conference and how a public vote on the Esplanade could impact his business. But before he finishes, Diane receives a notification about the event. She explains that eminent domain could potentially allow the city to take control of the piers. While they'll fight the decision, if the public votes in favor, their options Sonny could to lean into his public image as a longtime community supporter. To close out the episode, General Hospital spoilers show Marco returning to Diane's office, where Jason is waiting for him. Jason wants answers about why Marco applied specifically to Diane's firm. Marco says he applied to 4 firms and received offers from 3, but chose Diane's because he admired the kind of law she practices. Jason doesn't buy the coincidence. He brings up the firebombing incident at Sonny's penthouse, which happened shortly after Sidwell arrived in town, and questions the timing. As they're talking, Lucas walks in. Jason informs him that he's trying to get a straight answer from Marco, and suggests Lucas might have better luck. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.